Premier is gone.
Yes, the coward has already fled. The USSR is at death's door, comrade.
Which is why we must hurry. Sir, I beg you, please.
What is this? Some sort of escape route?
No, sir. 12 months ago, I was put in charge of a top-secret project.
Whatever it is too late.
With respect, General, you are wrong. Please. For you see, sir, time is on our side.
No, it isn't ready. It hasn't been tested. We don't even know if it works.
If what works?
My time machine.
Prepare these coordinates.
No, please.
Now!
Sir, no, please, no. Please, honey.
Get in!
All right.
You cannot be serious.
Come, Comrade General. A new world order awaits. Come!
No, touch nothing. We mustn't do anything to disrupt space-time continuum.
Where are we?
Brussels, 1927.
1927.
The Solvay International Physics Conference.
Is that Einstein?
Yes, Doctor. The man most responsible for our enemy's technological superiority. The man who made them invincible.
What do you plan to do?
Gentlemen? Doctor!
No!
I do not understand.
We have altered the past and changed the present.
Ah, good to see you, sir. I have the reports from the front that you requested.
Thank you. What do you have for me?
I'm sorry, Comrade General. I meant Premier Cherdenko. Sir, the Allies are on the run soon. Western Europe will be ours.
You hear that, General? Our enemies have been defeated.
Hold on, sir. I'm receiving an emergency transmission from our northern base.
They're attacking! There are too many! We have to evacuate!
Who is attacking?
The Imperial war machine has been unleashed. Do not struggle against what is inevitable. All who stand in the way of our divine destiny will be swept away by the march of history. You will bow before us, or you will cease to exist.
Sir, it appears that the Empire has mounted a full-scale assault.
What empire?
The Empire of the Rising Sun, of course.
We now have two mortal enemies?
We must unleash our nuclear weapons. Annihilate them all.
Excuse me, General?
Our nuclear weapons? Our atomic bombs?
Don't you understand? Without Einstein, there is no nuclear weapons because we have altered the space-time continuum. Oh, who knows what nightmares we have created.
Commander, as you can see, our situation is shockingly grim. All our divisions are concentrated in Europe, pushing the Allies west. This empire knows very well that we're vulnerable right now. They will be expecting us to fall swiftly. At this very moment, their invasion force moves relentlessly towards Leningrad. I have chosen you to defend the USSR in this difficult hour because I need a commander who does not believe in defeat. Someone who will not simply drive our enemies back, but ultimately annihilate them, humiliate them, and show them no mercy. General Kirkov, would you like to meet our new commander?
New commander?
Yes. We're sending him to protect Leningrad.
Even though I told you it was foolhardy to try and defend that city.
If Leningrad falls, the Soviet people will begin to lose hope.
Yes? Well, I wish him luck then. The Empire's technology is highly advanced, and he will likely be vastly outnumbered, but of course, it is an honor to sacrifice one's life for the motherland, is it not?
Indeed.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a nation to defend.
Comrade Dasha will be your information officer and will coordinate all our communication.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Commander, the armies of the Empire are closing in as we speak.
Make haste, Commander. Time is of the essence.
We know little about the Empire's invasion force other than they are extremely mobile. They have surrounded Leningrad and are assaulting the city by way of the canals. Save our great metropolis. It is a symbol of the people's revolution. We've assigned the legendary sniper Natasha to your command. She will help you to help defend the city and eradicate the invading Imperial soldiers. Das Vidanya. Very impressive, Commander. Clearly you are quite resourceful.
Yes. Too bad Leningrad was merely a diversion meant to pull our forces from where they were actually needed. Maybe next time your efforts will be of more use.
General, I've just been notified that the Imperial forces are moving towards Moscow. They are currently nearing our old satellite launch facility at Krasna 45.
Krasna 45. We might be able to use that facility against them. You see, Commander, while you were hiding behind the barricades in Leningrad, our enemy was thrusting deeply into the Motherland's tender nether regions. It is time to show some backbone and take the fight to the enemy. Stop them before they get any closer to Moscow.
All will be lost if the Empire's forces reach Moscow. We are going to use the Kresna 45 installation to intercept it. Even though it is inhabited by vagrants, the launchpad of Kresna 45 is still operational. General Krukov believes that we can use it against the enemy once the satellite is in orbit. Good luck.
Another victory, Commander. I knew my faith in you was not misplaced. General.
We have pushed the Empire out of much of the Motherland, but we will never win this war without our navy. We need to recapture our port at Vladivostok.
Why don't we assign the young commander to that task?
Don't be ridiculous, Cherdenko. The Empire has a massive force there. This is not an operation for a novice. We need someone with vast experience.
I have full confidence that the commander will be victorious.
I don't share your confidence.
I appreciate your point of view, General, but this is not your decision.
Yes, you have made that quite clear.
Commander, the General was correct about one thing. We need our navy if we are going to win this war. Destroy the Imperial forces occupying our port.
The Empire seized the port of Vladivostok, which was, as you know, the former home of the Soviet Pacific Fleet. In a further showing of arrogance, we have learned that the Emperor's son has constructed an elaborate palace there. We must show them the meaning of Soviet pride and push them out of the motherland. Destroy this insulting palace and secure our coast.
My fellow Americans, I am humbled that you have chosen me to be your new president. And I am honored to lead our country forward during these dark and dangerous times. The Soviet Union's recent push into Europe threatens our very existence as a nation. We've deployed troops and equipment to our European allies, but we haven't yet fully committed to this fight. Until now. I've introduced a bill which will quintuple the resources we are putting towards this conflict. Today, I say it is time for America to take a stand against the scourge that is godless communism. For if we don't, if we wait, soon, very soon, it will be too late.
We finally get a taste of victory, and now this. The new American president is an ignorant fanatic who wants to wipe us off the face of the earth. He has rallied the Allies and re-energized their will. We must strike swiftly before they can mobilize their forces. Are you ready, General?
Of course. Commander, we are hitting the Central Allied Command Center at Geneva before they reinforce it. You will be leading the charge, and I will be following soon after with the full might of the Soviet military. До свидания.
Bottoms up, Nikolai.
We must hurry and cripple the Allies before the American reinforcements arrive. Our main target is a key forward command center in Geneva, Switzerland. We need to take this base out before the newly funded Allies use it as a springboard to enter Soviet territory. The General will be joining you once you clear the way for him.
Commander, once again, the motherland owes you a great debt.
You cannot be serious. We succeeded despite, not because of this so-called commander. And it's a good thing I arrived
That
when
will
I
be
did.
all, General.
He compromised the entire operation with his timid hesitation, and he nearly cost us the
That
whole
will
battle.
be all. General Krukov has a tendency to overstep his authority. One day he will go too far. Right now, however, we have a much more dangerous issue to deal with. We have evidence that the Americans are very close to creating a new kind of superweapon. Commander, this is Dr. Gregor Zelensky, possibly the greatest scientific mind of our time.
Oh, no, there was another, far greater.
Doctor, please, what can you tell us about this new technology?
Well, it holds a very destructive power far beyond anything that we ever seen before. And you see,
Thank
the Americans,
you,
they
Doctor.
don't...
Commander, I need you to take this technology away from them before they harness it and use it against us. Comrade Dasha will provide the details.
Okay. Commander, I'm not sure what's happening. There has been no word on the fate of the Premier. But as loyal soldiers of the USSR, we must stay strong and fight on. We have been victorious against the Allies thus far. But this new technology is of great concern. The Greek island of Mykonos is where the Allies are researching this new technology. I do not pretend to understand the science behind it, but I know we must not let our enemies have it.
My grandfather was a Cossack, and we Cossacks are not so easy to kill.
Glad to see you up and around, sir.
Thank you, Dasha. It is good to be alive. I was just about to congratulate the commander on his last operation. The crisis has been averted, and the advanced weapons technology is in our far more capable hands.
I know you're in need of rest, sir. But I thought you should know that the Allies' European forces have retreated north to their airbase in Iceland.
Thank you, Dasha. It's finally time to clear Europe of the Allied threat. They will be defending this base with everything they have. I'll send General Krukov again to join you in this battle. And while you are mopping up the last of those capitalist pigs, I will root out the enemy within.
The Allies' European forces have retreated to their airbase in Iceland. This is their last station in Europe, but it is well armed and well fortified with the full might of the Allied Air Force. The General will be arriving once again to provide support, and you will have access to the Iron Curtain to help protect your armor in combat. Lead our nation to victory, comrade.
Welcome back, General. Thank you. Yes, my friend, you have been promoted. I'm sure Krukov's treachery was as much as a shock to you as it was to me. As my most trusted senior officer, I need you now to lead our forces against those who would destroy us.
Sir, we've detected Imperial forces still occupying some Soviet territories.
Let's let them be. For they will be nothing without their venerable leader, their emperor. Attack Mount Fuji, General. Show the Japanese people he is not a god, but flesh and blood. It is time for the Empire of the Rising Sun to set.
Things are not what they seem. When you hear what I have to say, you might believe I'm out of my mind, but I speak truth. Now, listen. I have created a machine which allows man to travel through time. And we have violated the space-time continuum, and the repercussions of this arrogant act have been catastrophic. Sherdenko should not have been premier, and the Empire of the Rising Sun would never have existed. No one knows about this except for you and me, Commander. My life is in great danger. You are a hero to the people. They will follow you if you show them the truth.
Congratulations on your promotion, General. As your first directive, the Premier demands the death of the Emperor Yoshiro. You must breach the Emperor's palace and make it past his elite guard. All of our military and technological resources will be at your disposal, General, in this unprecedented airdrop. Good luck.
Commander, first of all, I want to congratulate you on such an important victory. The Empire of the Rising Sun has now joined the family of our glorious socialist republics. Though culturally they are a backward and superstitious people, technologically they are quite advanced. Dr. Zelensky has been delving into some of their secrets, and I'm sure he has some interesting insights. Dr. Zelensky? Dr. Zelensky? Now, where did he go? No matter, we have more work to do. It is time, my comrade, to deliver the final blow to the Allied cause. You are to meet the Supreme Allied Commander at Easter Island. Together you will sign a treaty calling for an end to all armed conflict. I have convinced them that we as a nation are weary of war, and that our people only want peace. We will sign this treaty. We will come together as brothers, and then we will crush them. Yes, General. It is a trap, and you, my friend, are the bait.
We have the Allies running scared, and now their general is willing to broker peace. They have shown weakness, and we must exploit it. Meet them at the uninhabited Easter Island and convince them that we are sincere. And when they have lowered their weapons and raised their glasses, it is then that we will strike. After all the battles you've won and the dangers you've braved, how could he do this? We now believe he was responsible for Dr. Zelensky's disappearance. He also fabricated the attempt on his own life just so he could frame General Krukov. Destiny has placed the fate of the Soviet Union in your hands, Commander. The Allies are still reeling from what happened on Easter Island. The last of them have retreated to the United States. Their president, who rallied the world against us, now stands alone defending his precious city of New York. We must take the battle to them, comrade. We must assail the bastion of capitalism and burn it to the ground. Liberate the people of New York City and defeat the fascist overlords. But be careful, General. They can move their forces instantly with their chronosphere technology. The forces here are on high alert, for they know that their day of reckoning has arrived. To you, comrade. The people want to meet their new premier. The future is yours, Commander. The future is yours.
Premier Chardenko continues to push his Soviet forces into Western Europe, seizing control of key regions left behind by the retreating Allies. Great Britain now stands as the last European nation yet to feel the jackboot of Soviet aggression. That might be short-lived, however, as sources tell us that a vast Soviet armada has been spotted off the northern coast of France.
Commander, I'm Field Marshal Robert Bingham, Chief of the Allied Military Command. I've been told that you're a very capable officer. Well, let's hope this assessment is correct, as all our senior commanders are now fighting in Europe, leaving the defense of Great Britain entirely in your hands. I'd like you to meet Lieutenant Eva. She will be your intel officer and communications liaison.
Glad to have you on board, sir. Field Marshal, the President is ready for you.
Mr. President, I'd like you to meet our new commander on the ground.
Greetings, Commander. You ready to send those commies running back to their mommies? I sure hope so, because if you don't stop them over there, the only thing standing between those godless Reds and the US of A is going to be one little ocean.
I absolutely agree, Mr. President. We cannot allow the Soviets to secure a foothold in Great Britain. The fate of the free world depends upon it.
Soviets have conquered much of Europe with brute force. Now, they are trying to invade England by attacking a virtually defenseless civilian city, Brighton Beach. Commander, We must hold the line and defend against the Soviet advance. If they take Brighton Beach, it's a straight shot to London. All of Europe will fall. We cannot let that happen.
Hello, capitalist dogs. I am General Krukov, the one who will bring you defeat today. Brace yourselves for the might of the Red Navy. We will pound your little island until you weep for mercy.
Things are going well, but I fear that was just their first wave. Take those gun emplacements on the beachhead to help repel any more attacks that might be coming.
Good. Congratulations, Commander. You sent those bastards packing. They'll bloody well think twice before they try to invade us again.
That was a win-win for everyone, Commander. Well, not the Reds. For them, it was more of a lose-lose. It's too bad our other commanders don't have your can-do attitude. I'll tell you what, Bingham, I like this new commander. Let's send him to France so he can kick a little more commie butt.
Actually, sir, I was considering that very possibility.
I guess great minds do think alike. And just to show you I'm not all talk, I'm sending you our toughest, meanest covert commando. Boys, I'd like you to meet Tanya.
Hello, gentlemen.
Tanya's the best we have. She can kill a man 15 different ways with her bare hands, so a word of advice, don't get on her bad side.
Commander, the Soviet general you beat back at Brighton Beach has retreated to the south of France. He captured Cannes and kidnapped all our brass down there. I'll take out their naval port, but you'll have to take care of the rest.
Allied forces are spread across Europe, trying to retake what the Soviets have conquered. But you are needed in the south of France, where the Soviets have set up a strategic naval port. They've also captured some Allied officials and are holding them hostage in the area. Special Agent Tanya will assist you on the ground. Bonne chance, Commander. Good job, Commander. The Allied leaders have been liberated, and you've driven the Soviet army out of France. Tanya is currently working undercover and acquiring the latest intel on the situation.
If I knew anything, I would tell you!
Tanya?
Commander! Lieutenant Eva! Huh. Out here in the field, things get a little messy sometimes. Not so neat and tidy like they are back in the office.
Can you please brief the commander on our current situation?
Certainly. The Reds hold Heidelberg. I'm gonna get Sergei here to give them the location of their headquarters. The only thing I can't do is take it out for you. That, you're gonna have to do on your own.
You're doing very well, Commander. We've pushed the Soviets back to their headquarters at Germany at Heidelberg Castle. You're going to have to access the city by river, as the Soviets' bases will be heavily fortified and heavily defended. When the time is right, you'll have access to the Vindicator bombers to strike designated targets. Let's drive those Soviets all the way back to Siberia.
The day of destiny has arrived. The Empire of the Rising Sun has risen. The Western barbarians will bow before us, or their nations will cease to exist.
This message was broadcast throughout the world earlier today. Allied leaders have gathered in Geneva for an emergency meeting. The Empire's floating island fortress currently controls the North Atlantic, blockading the entire continent of Europe, paralyzing all...
This is unbelievable. While we were busy fighting the Red Menace, this Empire of the Rising Sun was secretly preparing for war. They waited until we and the Soviets were at our weakest and most vulnerable, and now they are at our very doorstep. As you can see, it's not just our problem. The Soviets have also been blocked by these naval monstrosities. So, some of our diplomats have been in negotiations with them regarding a ceasefire, as it's clear that neither one of us can defeat this new enemy alone.
Bingham, I heard a crazy rumor that I know can't possibly be true.
What rumor are you referring to?
That we're negotiating a peace treaty with the commies?
Actually, it's more of a ceasefire.
So you're telling me it is true?
Well, we've already exhausted all of our forces pushing the Russians out of Europe. And now that we have a common enemy...
Bullpucky! You know those Russians can't be trusted. They hate everything we stand for. Freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, apple pie. Did I say freedom? Well, it's worth saying again.
The leaders of all the other allied nations already agreed.
Not me. Not the U.S. of by God A. You're making a very big mistake, my friend. You mark my words.
The Empire believes it is their divine destiny to wipe us off the face of the earth. Prove them wrong, Commander.
Commander, we're heading to Gibraltar to reclaim our port from the Japanese. I'm gonna be helping you out on the ground on this one. If I were you, though, I'd watch your back. I trust these Reds about as far as I can throw them.
I never thought I would see this day. The Soviets are now on our team as we face the Empire of the Rising Sun. They'll be lending us the use of their famous commando sniper Natasha, as well as what they can spare from the Soviet Navy. I'm sure Natasha and Tanya will get along splendidly. Try to keep it friendly with the Soviets and retake this vital port that controls the Mediterranean.
Good show, Commander. Bloody well done. Those assault destroyers you just reclaimed are going to be very useful in taking down those island fortresses.
Sir, Premier Chudenko is on the line.
Put him through, Lieutenant. Gentlemen.
Field Marshal Bingham, I wanted to personally thank you for all your efforts in making this partnership successful.
Well, that's appreciated, but you should thank our commander here. He's the one who led the assault on Gibraltar.
It is indeed a pleasure, Commander. I hope you were satisfied with Natasha's contribution on the battlefield. She's one of our finest.
Yes, well, we're going to need Natasha and every other resource at your command if we're going to take down that floating fortress in the North Atlantic.
I concur. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you. This menace has put a chokehold on all naval movement in the North Sea. But with our assault destroyers and the help of the Soviets, we might just have a chance. Godspeed, Commander.
I've never seen anything like this fortress. No one has. It's a completely armed mobile city dominating all waterways in the area. You'll need to take a more tactful approach. Coordinate your attack with the Soviet Navy. I know how you must feel about working with the Soviets, but Field Marshal Bingham is a very shrewd man. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
That was bang on brilliant, Commander. Excellent work. And I have to say, the Soviets are proving to be a valuable ally.
Sir, Premier Chudenko is on the line. He says it's urgent.
We won't stand for this treachery, Bingham. Do you hear me? My advisors warned me against trusting you allies.
Sorry, treachery? What the hell is going on? Eva!
Sir, apparently one of our satellite relay systems is targeted directly at Moscow. Its source is an American command post I didn't even know existed. It's at the site of Mount Rushmore Monument in South Dakota.
What? Oh, Ackerman. Get the President on the line. What's happening at this Mount Rushmore Command Center, Mr. President?
Those Reds are playing you for a fool, my friend. And as long as I'm the President of these United States, I can't allow them to lead this dance. Bingham, you can thank me later when this is all over.
When what's all over? Ackerman! Oh, God. He's clearly out of his tree. You need to stop him, Commander, before he undermines our alliance with the Russians.
President Ackerman is en route to Mount Rushmore, where he apparently has a personal military base. It seems to be armed with some kind of superweapon, which is poised to fire at Moscow. We have no idea what you're going to be up against, but this we do know. If the President levels Moscow, Russia will retaliate.
None of you have the guts to do what needs to be done, so I'm gonna wipe those Soviets off this earth myself. And you can't stop me. Should my heart stop beating, the weapon fires.
Well, he's done it. He's gone stark raving mad. You have to stop him, Commander. You have to prevent that weapon from firing. For if you don't, the Soviets will surely retaliate. I know it seems unfair to ask this of you, but the fate of the free world is now in your hands.
Ah, Commander. That was a close one. I can assure you, we did the right thing. Ackerman put the whole world in danger with that mad stunt. And all the while, we're at war with the Empire of the Rising Sun.
Sir, I just received word from an inside source that the Supreme Shogunate will be meeting in Tokyo tomorrow.
So the Empire's generals will all be in one place at one time?
Yes, sir. We can decapitate them with one stroke.
Brilliant. We must get on this immediately. I'll contact the Soviets. Let them know the good news. Commander, this might be it. Let's show the Empire of the Rising Sun that their divine destiny of world domination is nothing but an insane fantasy.
I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece, Commander. Excellent job at Mount Rushmore. I trust you're good to go?
You can flirt with the commander later, Lieutenant. Right now, we have a job to do.
I wasn't flirting, sir. I was just, making conversation. This is an exceptional opportunity. With the Empire's Prince Tatsu and all the Imperial Shogunate in the same location, we could take out their entire command structure. Tokyo Harbor, unfortunately, is also the home of their largest military force, so you'll once again be working in cooperation with the Soviets. General Krukov's forces are en route, but you're going to have to hold the ground until they arrive. Bad news, Commander. The Soviets aren't coming. We don't have any more information on this, but it looks like they've hung us out to dry. We're going to need you to do this without their help. We'll never have a better shot at taking out the Empire than we have right here.
Magnificent. A fateful day indeed for the Empire, though perhaps not the fate that they had in mind. I don't understand what happened to those Russians, though. They'd better have a good explanation.
Sir, a top Soviet scientist has defected to Berlin. His name is Dr. Gregor Zelinsky. I have him connected. He says he has an urgent message. He'll only deliver to you two.
Put him through.
Oh, Mr. Bingham, thank you. You must listen to me. Nothing is as it should be.
All right, calm down.
This war should never have happened. We went back in time to save ourselves and everything changed. This empire, for example, from Japan didn't even exist in the original space-time continuum.
What are you talking about?
We have created time machine.
A time machine?
Yes, you must believe me. Everything Premier Sherdenko has told you is a lie, and now is preparing a full-scale assault from a secret base in Cuba.
What? Eva, can we confirm this?
Hold on, sir. The doctor's claims may be true, sir. We're seeing some Soviet ships arriving in Havana Harbor, bearing some sort of mysterious cargo.
Doctor, we're not through with you yet. We have many more questions, and we're going to need answers.
Thank you.
Commander, clearly, you have to find out what's happening in Cuba.
We're going off Dr. Zelinsky's information here, so I don't know how much I can give you on this one. I'm sorry. I wish I could do better. You're going to have to snoop around to see what you can find. Time is of the essence here, with Cuba being so close to the US mainland. Use your spies to avoid detection and possibly bribe any enemies that stand in your way. Good luck. Oh, this is madness! The Soviets are hell-bent on total destruction. You need to take out all those stadiums and destroy every single killer of that launches, Commander. If just one of them gets away, some undefended city will certainly be destroyed.
You caught them by the short and curlies, Commander. They didn't know what hit them. Well, it looks like everything Zelinsky said was true. I can hardly believe it myself. Those treacherous Russians are to blame for everything that has happened in this war. The only thing that matters now is the complete and utter destruction of the Soviet Union. Cherdenko and Krukov have concentrated all their forces in the one place they believe is impregnable, the Peter and Paul fortress in Leningrad. Bring it down, Commander. Make them pay for their lies and betrayal.
The Soviets are making their last stand in Leningrad, and I'm sure they'll throw everything they have at you. They'll use the canals to protect the fortress, so I expect you'll be facing enemy naval forces. Decimate what's left of the Soviet war machine, Commander. I know you can do it. And when this is all over, I'd like to invite you back to my flat for a little victory dinner.
Only days ago that this brilliant new commander was called to lead the Allied nations at a desperate hour. And now with freedom restored and the Soviet leaders confined to a cryo prison, our hero may finally find a little time for some rest of his own.
You didn't forget my invitation, did you, Commander? I was hoping you were free this evening.
Not bad, huh, Commander? I clean up pretty good. How about celebrating over a drink tonight? I know this great little pub in Soho. Commander?
Hello, and thank you all for coming. I take this podium today reluctantly and with a heavy heart. President Howard Ackerman was a great American. I was proud to be his friend and proud to be his vice president. Yes, he did try to level Moscow and kill millions of innocent people, but only because he was trying to protect us. And in the end, isn't that what really matters? We owe much to those brave heroes who stood against the forces of fascism and communism, like that courageous young commander who led the free world to victory. Thank you, Commander, wherever you are. Today, I will take the reins of this great country, and together we will march forward into a bright and prosperous future. We will share with our defeated enemies the fruits of capitalism and consumerism. Or if they're shopping for cars and plasma TVs, they won't want to build up massive armies or invent new weapons of war. They'll be enjoying the American dream, sitting with their families on Super Sunday, watching the big game with the rest of us. Fellow citizens, I humbly accept this honor and promise to make you proud. Thank you. God bless America.
Today is the day that destiny has promised us. No longer will we suffer the abasement and the corruption of the foreign barbarians, for as they battled among themselves, we have resurrected our realm, creating a new empire of the rising sun. Commander, you are destined to reawaken Bushido, the way of the warrior. You will be part of a new shogunate, uniting powerful leaders from all four corners of our empire. Together, we will first attack Soviet Russia and crush not only their armies, but their leaders, their spirit, and their hope. My son, Crown Prince Tatsu, will assist us in this noble endeavor. Tatsu was instrumental in creating our new army.
Thank you, Father. Commander, our nanotechnology is second to none.
Yes, but we must remember, technology alone will not vanquish our enemies. It will be our courage, our honor, and our self-sacrifice.
Commander, allow me to introduce to you our Chief Logistical Officer, Miss Suki Toyama.
It is an honor. The Toyama family has served the Emperor for 10 generations.
Yes, my father follows the ways of our ancestors, and there is much wisdom in what he says. But it is a new age, Commander. A new world. Do what you must to be victorious.
Commander, you will be attacking a village on the north coast of the Soviet Union that is revered by the Russian people. This town is next to a Soviet naval base capable of responding to our invasion. The village is in the midst of their New Year's Day celebration, so you catch them completely by surprise. Emperor Yoshiro wants us to destroy their naval yard, crush their spirit, and turn this day of celebration into a day of mourning.
Commander, your bold victory has filled the Soviet people with fear. Now we will strike at their very heart. At Stalingrad, there stands a great monument that represents the unity and strength of the Soviet people. It must be destroyed. Tatsu.
Yes, Father.
Do you have our mechanized vehicles ready for deployment?
Yes, Father. Everything is set.
Very well. We will need them to assault this great monument at Stalingrad.
Monument? Our first launch of our mechanized army is to destroy a statue?
We must follow the path fate has provided us. That is our destiny. Crush the will of our enemies, Commander. Show them the way of the warrior.
The Soviets have a great monument to commemorate their military triumphs. It is a source of great pride and solidarity for their people. The Emperor believes that the destruction of this monument will break down their will and show them that their defeat is inevitable. But beware, as these barbarians will not take this attack lightly.
The will of the Soviet people hangs by a slim thread. Our next attack will sever that thread like a katana's edge. Tatsu? Tatsu, is it ready?
Almost, Father.
We must strike Odessa now, while they are still reeling from the destruction of Stalingrad.
I promise you, we will level the city and eliminate the Soviet Supreme General. Krukov is arrogant and brutal, and it's time to bury him.
I do not need General Krukov's death, only his obedience.
If we bury him, we won't need his obedience.
Wars are not won on the battlefield alone, my son, but in the hearts and souls of our adversaries.
I want their hearts and souls, Commander. But I also want Krukov's head on a stick. Eliminate the Supreme Soviet General. Obliterate Odessa.
Oh, Commander. This mission will make you the envy of all the Imperial Army. General Tatsu has created an awesome and terrifying weapon to help you take down General Krukov in Odessa. You must protect the weapon from the enemy's forces until it is operational. But once it is, the soldiers of the Soviet Army will be running in fear.
Commander, this is our newest weapon, the Shogun Executioner, and you will use it to crush the General's remaining forces.
Citizens of the world, the Empire of the Rising Sun has risen. The day of our destiny has arrived. Do not struggle against what is inevitable. The Soviets resisted and suffered for their arrogance. Do not make the same mistake. Survival is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. Life or extinction. It is up to you. You disapprove.
Father, we should not have given the Allies the option of surrender. We should have attacked without warning and annihilated them.
They will not resist, my son. Not after seeing our crushing of the Soviets.
But father, we have intelligence from my spy. Deep within Allied command, they are planning an attack on our base at Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor? Impossible.
Is it?
It holds so many of our sacred shrines. It houses half our fleet. It would be foolhardy for them
to... You do not understand how they think, father. The Allies believe we are inferior to them. They always have. That is why we must show them no mercy.
Then do what needs to be done. Bolster our defenses. Prepare for the attack on Pearl Harbor.
The Allies are attempting to take control of the Hawaiian Islands, a sacred and strategically important part of our empire. They think this will be a surprise attack, but General Tatsu has constructed a plan to flank the enemy and crush them with our mighty battleships. You must protect Pearl Harbor and all our cultural treasures there. Drive them back into the sea.
Excellent work, Commander. It is now time to take the fight to the enemy. Father, what is it?
You have failed us.
Failed us? We saved Pearl Harbor.
Indeed, and while you were focused on Honolulu, the enemy slipped through. An Allied naval force is on its way to Tokyo. The only thing between them and our homeland is a single floating island fortress.
They will never get past it. Father, we should continue to push forward. We should...
And what if the fortress fails to stop them?
Then...
Tokyo will be lost. No, we must defend that fortress and take out the Allied fleet. Sweep all enemy forces from the South Pacific.
The Allies foolishly continue to battle against what is inevitable. They are trying to slip a large naval force behind our lines to attack Japan. Fortunately, we have a floating island fortress ready to intercept these savages. You must defeat the Allies to protect our homeland. Claim the Pacific for the Empire of the Rising Sun.
Given enough time, any man may master the physical. With enough knowledge, any man may become wise. It is a true warrior who can master both. We have eliminated all opposition and have seized control of the Pacific Rim. The time to strike is now. Los Angeles is the hub of the Allied propaganda machine. If we capture their centers of production, we take control of their hearts and minds. Then they will have no choice but to bend to our will.
The invasion of Los Angeles is about to begin, Commander. The Emperor wants control of the American media centers to help broadcast his divine message across the world. We will take Westwood and Beverly Hills and march all the way to Hollywood. Oh, if you see any American movie stars, do me a favor. Before you kill them, can you get their autographs for me?
Your android spy has proven very useful, my son.
Thank you, Father. Is that the Soviet scientist talking to the Allies?
Sir, I have developed a time machine.
Is this some kind of joke?
We've confirmed this, Mr. President. He's speaking the truth.
Well, the Soviet Union was on the brink of defeat, and we went back in time and changed everything.
What are you saying?
Well, we violated the space-time continuum and forever changed the future. You see, the Empire of the Rising Sun never would have existed if not for our meddling with time and space.
Mr. President, are you all right?
Did he just say the Empire never would have existed?
The Empire never would have existed?
No.
fate can be changed on a whim. If the future is malleable, then there is no divine destiny. All this means nothing.
Mr. President, what do you propose we do? Oh my God. Bloody hell!
Our spy is
Mr. President!
General, Your Highness, we are intercepting a flood of transmissions between the Allies and the Soviets. They are assembling a joint task force to attack our mainland.
Soviets and Allies together? We should have decimated the Soviet threat. We should have killed every last Allied soldier.
I do not understand. I should have listened to you, my son. My time is done. Tatsu, I grant you full authority over the shogunate. Please, do not let the Empire fall.
Yes, Father.
This is a dire situation, Commander. The Allies and Soviets have joined forces and taken most of Yokohama Harbor. You must recapture it and drive out our enemies. To help you in this endeavor, you will be granted the use of our psychic commando, Yuriko. Do not fail us, Commander.
It is a new age, Commander. Men and countries must make their own destinies. We will now do what should have been done long ago. We will annihilate the Soviet army and turn Moscow into rubble. You must find and destroy their time machine. For if they change history again, they could end our lives before we are even born.
The opportunity is here to destroy the Russian barbarians once and for all. The Shogun Executioner is heading towards the Kremlin. Help clear a path for it by destroying every enemy in the way. Supreme General Tatsu wants the Kremlin and its leaders obliterated.
Thanks to you, Commander. The Soviet Union is no more. Their failed philosophy is where it belongs, in the dustbin of history.
My son, I am proud of you.
Thank you, Father.
You have destroyed their time machine and restored the inevitability of our destiny.
Actually, Father, I believe that we have made our own destiny.
Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. For you are the direct descendant of Emperor Jimmu, the spiritual luminary of the samurai, Master Bushido, the way of the warrior.
A man must have a code to follow.
Indeed, my son.
Will you join me, Father? Will you help me defeat our enemies?
It would be an honor.
Commander, it is now time to vanquish all who would oppose the Empire of the Rising Sun.
Our time has come, Commander. We have surrounded Amsterdam by sea, and you must lead the attack by destroying the Allies. Their headquarters must be taken out, as well as their source of weapons technology, the Future Tech Research Center. They will attempt to defend the location and will fight to their last man. Lead us to victory, Commander.
Thank you, Commander. You have honored your ancestors.
And defeated our enemies.
Because of your victories, I bestow upon you the honored title of Supreme Shogun.
Commander, I'm on the north shore of Oahu. Very beautiful, very private. How would you like to join me? Come on, Commander. Everyone needs to relax now and then, even a shogun.